By the end of this video, you will have knowledge that will change your life and you will become a giant if you bulk up like you're supposed to. I started my fitness journey about 2 to 3 years ago and I've become massive ever since. But I did not become massive randomly or just by working out all along. It was actually a lot of factors that made me become the best version of myself as far as fitness goes. And one of the most important factors was the bulk. Now, 2.5 years ago, when I first started my fitness journey in about May 2020, I did not know what a bulk was. I had no idea what that term even meant. I had no idea. I only knew that I had to work out in order to get a good body, to get stronger, to look good. That's all I knew and that's all I wanted. And so I just followed the regular fitness advice in the fitness industry. But something that people will never tell you is that you need to bulk right now. I don't care what your age is, I don't care how old you are, I don't care how tall you are, I don't care about your genetics. You need to bulk because you will look completely different. Now, the way to do that exactly is via a clean bulk and not a dirty bulk. Now, a dirty bulk is this scam that the fitness industry tries to talk about, which is essentially to eat what you want from fast food and everything that's unhealthy in order to fill up your body and become bigger and bigger. But that's not healthy at all, and that causes a lot of health issues over time, and it's not good advice to follow. So what you need is, you need to drink a lot of water. That's one thing that's very important. But the food that you need to be eating is as much protein as possible, and it could be all natural. So I went from looking like this 2.5 years ago, or a year ago at the time of this picture. This is just a year ago. Yes, this is just a year ago at the time of this picture. I'll put the date here, and this is me a year after. Here it is with the date. Everything is clear. It doesn't look like that much difference, but I actually felt the difference, and you can't see it all in pictures, but yeah. A lot of people decide not to bulk simply because of the fact that they're afraid of being fat, or they're afraid of becoming fat and overweight and obese. And the reason they're afraid is because everybody knows that being fat is very difficult, and it's a very difficult thing to go from fat to skinny again, or from fat to fit. So, but you have to keep in mind this, right? You have to keep in mind the fact that if you work out every single day consistently and you don't skip a single day, there's no way you can get fat. There's absolutely no way you can get fat, no matter how much you eat. I mean, at the end of the day, you're not going to eat like 10 plates of something, right? Like, you're going to eat until your stomach is full, or until there's an overload, and that's the bulk. But you have to eat as much protein as possible and as much good food as possible, healthy food. Do not eat fast food. Do not dirty bulk. Now, every now and then you can eat a dirty meal, you can eat a fast food meal, but do not make that what you consistently eat at all, because it will ruin your bulk and make you fat. Now, if you eat fast food and work out, yes, you will be fat. That's why you have to eat good food, and you have to eat good food and work out every single day for at least an hour or so. You could do less if you're still a beginner, of course. Now, I'll tell you what I eat every single day. So what I eat is usually like a meal at around lunchtime, like maybe 7 p.m. Where I have my first meal of the day, because I'm currently fasting. So my first meal of the day is at 7 p.m. and that meal is a different meal every day, but usually it's what my mother cooks for me. If your mother cooks food and you're young, that's great, because you can use that. Your mother's food is always probably the greatest food that you can eat, not just because it's good, but because it's healthy and because it can make you strong. Just try to eat as much protein as possible. We all know where protein is located. Eggs. Eat a lot of eggs. Eat a lot of red meat. Eat a lot of white meat. Eat a lot of everything. Eat a lot of spinach, vegetables, all of that. You can also have some beans, some nuts. These are all good. But what I usually eat a lot of is eggs. So I have 5 eggs every single day, 35 eggs a week, and I have those at around 4 a.m. or so. And yeah, it might be a bad schedule to eat, but I do have the eggs, and so this is how I'm bulking up right now, and I'm looking good. Trust me, I'm looking good. I'm looking attractive. I've changed the way I look from this to this, and you can change it too. I was really skinny back then, and I didn't want to bulk up, not just because I didn't know what that meant, but also because I didn't want to lose my 6-pack abs that I had back then when I was skinny and lean. But when I got like this, which is right now, I might have lost a lot of my abs, but I still look a lot huger and bigger and much better, and I get a lot more respect from people around me who see me. I feel that they give me more prestige and value, and more attraction as well, and more of everything. So it's definitely a good investment to make for yourself, especially as a young teenager right now. So you're probably like 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. You can do this right now and you will look crazy in a few years. Now after you bulk for like a year, you get to like 80 kilograms of weight. Now you can cut, and the cut, I can do a full guide on that whenever it's time, but right now I'm not very educated about it since I'm just bulking. And I would recommend anyone to bulk right now, and this is the exact way to do it. So do not eat dirty, eat as clean as possible, eat as much protein as possible. You don't need any supplements. I did not take any supplements throughout this entire time, and you also do not need any protein supplements or protein shakes, protein pre-workouts, or any of that. This every day, and do not be afraid to be fat, because you're not actually fat, you're skinny. You're skinny, and that's why people do not respect you as a teenager. That's why people do not even look at you, really. That's why you do not get the attraction that you want. So what you need is to bulk up as much as possible. You need to get big, you need to get huge, you need to become bigger in size, you need to become like a giant, and the way you do that is using this bulk method. If you need any more help regarding this topic, make sure to comment down below your questions and I'll answer all of them. Good luck with your journey. So I'm currently at like 67 kilograms or 68 kilograms of weight. A year ago I was at 60, and I have the goal this year to end it off with 80 kilograms of weight, and after this year end, I'll probably cut the next year. So yeah, hope you understood something, hope you learned something from this video, and I hope it helped you, bro. Good luck with your journey.